Hey Mike, sorry you couldn't make it over to the house today. This is your video lesson, and if you have any questions at the end, feel free to shoot them over to me. I'll be more than happy to answer. Three things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list and we'll go from there. So first thing is something we talked about very briefly last time. It's something that's in the first riff. It's that unison bend. Basically what a unison bend is, you're hitting two strings, right? In this case right here. Oh, and for this bend, actually go ahead and get your Rock Secrets book out, blow the dust off that thing, and turn to page 37, because this example is in here. It's actually a great teaching point. It's actually exactly what he plays in the song. So with exercise 10 on that page, what you do, you're gonna play 10 on the second string, so on the B string. So you get your 10 there, you're gonna hop down. You're not gonna do the unison right away. We're gonna go ahead and just play that bend and get that bend all good to go. So you have 10, right? 10, bend 8 up to 10. Right, now notice right there, when I do this as unison bend, I'm gonna put my first finger here on 5, and I'm gonna keep that stationary. I'm gonna have the second finger help out the third finger. So obviously you can't have the first finger help out, so we'll just have to use the second finger. And what you'll do is you'll hit that together, and don't worry about bending it right now. What we wanna do is make sure that both notes are ringing out, they're not being muffled. Say, like, if your finger was down too far like this, the flesh of the ring finger would bump into that first string, right? We're gonna make sure that so two things to practice. One, playing the 10 here, and then bending that 8 up to that 10. Second thing to practice is getting both fingers on. Notice how they're at an extreme angle right here, so I'm not like up like this. My fingers are like, usually I say like when you bend, your fingers like pointing towards yourself. In this case, it's bent even more because you have to stretch out and grab that fifth fret. So your fingers are actually at an extreme angle right here, right? So don't try to do it this way, otherwise that's a muscle and you have to do it this way. Your fingers like almost like parallel with the neck. You're gonna hit those both to make sure that both strings are ringing. And once you can do that, and you can do this, there you go. Then what you do is try pushing up. In the beginning, don't worry about like hitting the pitch right away. It's more important, I think, at this point, just to get the bend happening with both strings ringing. So just like a little smear with it. And see if you can get that consistent. And once you get consistent, then you try to aim. You'll hear them. You hear them both, the vibration. Oh, excuse me, sorry. What I'm listening for is a wobble. See that wah, 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 you hear them clashing together, and then that clash goes away. All right, so work on that for me. Next thing is a riff 3 practice exercise. Just going from an open So I'm hitting open, hammering with 5, open, hammer 7. Right, remember before I said that the reason why you practice pentatonics isn't so that way you can become some crazy good soloer, is to get your hands used to doing like riffs like this. It's kind of like you're training your hands, like it's like you go in the gym so you can play football better or something like that. Not you're gonna play football necessarily or soccer, but you're gonna play guitar. So your fingers have to hit the gym. So practicing doing that pentatonic scale is first not only a great way to get the sound of the song in your ear and what makes the song unique, is also to make your hands stronger so that way when you go to play the riffs, they're not a struggle, right? So we have for this first exercise here 0, 5, 0, 7, 0, 5, 0, 7. And I remember once hearing a great guitarist one time say that he would take difficult parts of his songs and make exercises out of them, and then like that would like generate ideas. So like, say if you wanted to continue to write like the High on Fire style riff, right, style of Matt Pike, you would do stuff like this, and if you do exercise like this, you're gonna go, oh wait a minute. like that. Maybe I'll turn that into a riff or something like that. And it's not just unique to that guitarist. Like, he got it from somewhere too. You know, these guys are inspired by other people. Like, he might get an idea from another, you know, friend or guitarist or something like that. So that's just something to think about when you're like trying to like create a riff. That when you're trying to do it in the style of this band, they got it from somebody else too. So you know, everyone copies each other. You know, these guys too. This band, they copy people too. So practice that right there. That'll help strengthen up your fingers and your hammer-on, so that when you go play the riff, it's not it's a struggle. Third thing I want you to work on is the riff 3.2 prep, the second part of this section. First thing I would do is just go through and go. That's what you do. So taking the second finger, so that's a strong one. 11, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14. Just figure out where you kind of need to be, right? Right? So I would do second finger on 11, 12, and then 14 on that string. And what he's gonna do, take a lecture. I mean, that's really how this riff came apart. He was just working on hammer-ons, and this came out, and he's like, oh, that's cool, I'll play with it and see what happens. That's how you write riffs. Doing an exercise or something to study, and then wait, that sounds cool, let me play with that and see what I can make that into something even more, right? Maybe even that opening, like, you know, Smashing Pumpkins riff. And that might have been born out of doing like partial bar chord exercises. Who knows? Or him doing a stretching exercise, right? That's where it might have come out of that. Anyway, so back to this riff, 0, 11. So 8 of those. 5, 6, 7, 8. And you move up to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 14, 16 of these. It's gonna be a lot of hammer-on practice. So the whole riff. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just make sure to count out loud. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I always count when I do this, otherwise I'll lose track of where I am. And then the last little bit, 0 to 7, 0 to 5. Right? So work on those 3 things. Like I said, if you want me to look at anything, I'm more than happy to. If not, I will see you same time next time. Take care.